Hey everybody, my name's Robert. I'm with the Hustle Nation here, and I'm going to give you 5 ways to improve your dump trailer hustle as far as getting some more money coming in. Now, if you'll sit there and you'll pay attention with every one of these, more than likely you're going to have more money starting to come in and everything. And because that's what I want us to all do, is to do better so that we can enjoy more, have more freedom, have more choices at the end of the day, because we got more money. So stay tuned. I got 5 tips coming your way. That piece of equipment right there, that's a big Tex dump trailer. You know what? That thing can make you a small fortune, or it can cost you one. And I'm going to tell you how to make it to where it makes you a small fortune. Here's the thing is that thing is absolutely completely worthless just the way that it is sitting there. It's doing nothing for anybody. Okay, now you see that hammer and that piece of wood right there? That's completely worthless. Eventually, you can actually pulverize this to split it and to have 2 pieces of wood. But wouldn't it be easier if you were to use the right tool for the right job by getting a saw? The illustration I'm trying to make is that dump trailer sitting out there, nobody knows about it, it's worthless, okay? You start telling a couple people, and it's like you're starting to use a hammer to split that wood and get 2 pieces. Now, if you'll sit there and tell every person that you come in contact with that's within 5 feet of you, hey, I got a dump trailer, I'll rent it out, we can do garage cleanup, shingles, trash, it doesn't matter. No matter what it is, go ahead and let everybody know. Friends, family, grandma, grandpa, church deacon, pastor, whatever, let them all know that you've got this dump trailer, okay? Eventually, somebody's gonna remember and say, hey, you know what? Robert's got a dump trailer, let me give him a call. If you're old like me, we didn't have all this fancy stuff like we do in this day and time, and so all we basically had was Craigslist back in the day. So what is it that you need to do? The second tip is advertise on Craigslist. I know most of y'all have probably never even heard of Craigslist or anything like that, but it's a great medium. You can get in there with cheap or free advertising, and there's still a lot of people that go there to take a look at things, and you just never know. Here's the thing is that the more you put this out, the better the chance is that that trailer's gonna make you some money, and that's what it's all about. And somebody needs to clean the back of that truck out. Let's take a look at this right here. This thing right here will actually save you some money, and if you're saving money, you're making money. You know what this is? This is actually a magnet. You'll take this and drag it along where your tires are going to go, and it will pick up nails. See, already found one right there. So that could have saved me. And that's a big thing with this business is going through tires. These tires right here are not cheap. Don't ever skimp. Always buy the best tires that you can afford, and then spend a little bit more on them, okay? And so that's going to be my tip number 3 for you is you need to have a good magnet in your arsenal. So when you pull up to a job site, like this driveway right here, say like that was where the dump trailer is, you go ahead and you start doing it and drag this magnet along the driveway and everything. Put it under all your tires, do this, and then it'll pull all the nails up off the ground and help you save some money. Inside of this, somebody else been using my dump trailer and they put these cords in here. These should never go in here because they'll make contact on batteries and arc stuff, so we're going to have to get those out of there. But what I want to show you is that gray plug right there goes in and then attaches to the battery right there. What the gray plug does is that plugs into the battery so that you're all the time charging when going down the road. The great thing about that is, and the way that it saves you money is it extends the life of your battery, one, And then number two, you're not going to have to call anybody at the dump or anything like that when this thing won't raise up because your battery is dead, okay? A lot of times those built-in chargers don't function properly, and so they really need to have it to where it's charging whenever you're going down the road with this thing. Trust me on this, okay? Make sure that you've got a battery supply from your vehicle going to the dump trailer, charging it constantly. One thing to make sure is that when you go to dump it, unplug it. Like on my truck, I've got a 150 amp, no, I'm sorry, it's a 50 amp fusible, or not a, but a, I don't remember what you call it exactly, but it's got a fuse in there, 50 amp, okay? When it burns, that's it, it's done, and it's no longer charging, okay? My other truck has a 150 amp reset breaker in there that whenever it trips, you can reset it. So the big thing is that these things pull such a huge draw off of the battery when you're dumping it that you need to go ahead and make sure that you unplug the thing so that it doesn't blow the fuse while it's drawing just to get it dumped. Now, another way to make more money with your trailer is you build some higher sides, okay? This one right here had these low sides to it. It's not quite the low profile, but they weren't real tall, so I put the taller sides on there. What that does is that gives me a much more wider customer base that I'm able to serve, because most of the time, you know, we've got some stuff that's coming over the top, especially on the bigger shingle jobs when there's like 35 to 40 squares in there, or even 45 squares. You know, this is my first dump trailer right here. That's a Big Tex. She's been a good workhorse for me. She made a lot of money, and you know, so it's done well for us and everything like that. But I got it rigged to where the tarp comes up over the top, comes to the back here. I got these put on the other day, and I need to build some sides for this so that it'll go up in the back right here, and it'll just be a better product all the way around for everybody that uses it. And another thing that most people don't do, I put backup lights. This thing lights up like the Super Bowl at halftime, dude. This thing is incredible when you get it going and put the thing in reverse and you're backing up. So much makes your life easier and everything like that. So you really need to, you know, start to get it to where it's works best for you. And I like a lot of light at night when I'm backing up with this. You're going to have so many more accidents, you know, when you're going in reverse and forward. So it's just best to take as many precautions as possible. That's another thing. These little wheel chocks right here, you can get them for about $8 or $9 at Harbor Freight. Man, they're worth their weight in gold. And you just can't use too many of them, so to speak. You know, I recommend at least 3 per trailer to have on hand, if not 4. You know, the thing is that if you put them down and nothing ever happens, then great. But if you do put them down and something happens, but those prevent it, then you've made all your money back in one lifetime. Now, if something happens and you didn't have those, you know, and these only cost you $32, $40, you know, and now you got a $100,000 lawsuit, you know, were you really that smart, and did you save that much money? You know, if you can't afford to do this business and be safe with it and spend a little bit of money, you know, you probably might want to think about doing something else, you know. But like I said, it's, you know, you really need to practice safety at all times, and you know, keep your trailer in tip-top shape. One of the things that I do is every 4 months, this goes to a shop. I get all the bearings greased. I get them to check everything. I get them to make sure all my lights are working. I make sure that breakaway tether is in good shape and everything like that. On the Big Tex, they actually have a sensor in them that if that breakaway is ever pulled, that sensor pulses the brakes so that the thing just doesn't lock up and go wild and crazy all of a sudden, that you know, it'll slow down quickly but not an abrupt screech. So that's just something with the Big Tex right there. But she's a good old trailer and everything, and so if you'll follow some of those you know, you'll start seeing a little bit more money on the bottom line in the checking account. That's any questions or anything, you know, send me an email. The email's in the description, or you can just click on the link there that's provided on the thumbnail and everything. That should take you to the email. It's rentalrobertpicola@gmail.com. You know, I'll get back with you as soon as possible, answer those questions and everything like that. You know, and if you would, and if you get a dump trailer, or you already got a dump trailer and you're part of the Hustle Nation, then do me a favor, man, send me a picture of it and everything. I'm going to put a collage together of everybody's trailers and show them off to everybody. And so I really appreciate when you do send those pictures to me and everything like that. Still got a blue tarp in the background from old Hurricane Sally. You know, that old gal rocked our world. It certainly wasn't the strongest hurricane that's ever come through, but man, she came on land and she stayed for about 12 hours, just constantly pulverizing us. And so it was absolutely brutal, the amount of damage that happened. But I suspect that this is going to phase out probably around April or May. You know, the majority of the roofs will have been done by then, and it'll start fading out, so to speak. And, you know, it'll be time to get creative with the marketing and keep the dump trailers in action, but possibly doing something else. So we'll just have to see. You know, one thing about it, though, I'll get out there and I'll beat the streets. I'll make something happen. I'm going to shake that tree. You can bet on that.